Good evening, couch pumpkins. It's the watching hour again, sometimes called the graveyard shift by those who ought to know. So tonight we're going to dig up a little vampire lore. Tune in freely and of your own will. And take notes. We may have a quiz later. Break out the notebooks, brave hearts, and jot down these early warning signs of vampirism. You find big hickeys on the morning after the night you stayed home to wash your hair. You stop sleeping in your nice warm bed and prefer curling up in your cedar chest. You come home from a date with someone else's blood type on your collar. Did you know that 90% of marriages involving vampirism end in divorce? Chew on that one, and we'll be right back. All you Van Helsing wannabes, take note. Or take notes. Legend states that a vampire cannot cross running water, in which case you could move to an island or a houseboat. Of course, if that's not entirely practical, try sleeping with a fire hose handy. Or if you really toss and turn, just get a waterbed and go with the flow. Or you could resort to holy water. Personally, I'd recommend using a squirt gun. Gives you better accuracy and range. And with all this aversion to water, you'd think that vampires would have a certain distinctive air about them. Then again, formal wear does require dry cleaning. Pencils ready, Bat fans? Here are a few more warning signs of vampirism. You find yourself unable to cross the bathtub to get the soap when the shower is running. When asked what your blood type is, your first response is, "I'm not fussy." Your kid tracks all the neighborhood dirt in the world into your house, and you use it to stuff a mattress. Oh, and you with the waterbed? Here's mud in your eye. Want a word of advice, my fearless vampire hunters? Garlic is a favorite way of repelling vampires, and decorating the premises with garlic is effective. Less than 5% of vampire attacks take place in the kitchen. Crosses are also an effective way of repelling vampires. More practical on a necklace than garlic, which is likely to keep everyone away. That's not much good when you're trying to identify suspected vampires. We'll be back, minus the garlic. Paying attention? You'd better be. These are some not very early warning signs of vampirism. You start keeping a nail file next to your toothbrush. You find you're allergic to people who bless you when you sneeze. And when you say you're going to stop for a bite on the way over, that's exactly what you mean. Well, if you do need a bite, hurry back. We'll be right back. Back to business, brave hearts. Other measures are designed to keep the vampire at bay or to drive him off. The stake is designed to assure that he stays put. And properly applied, it formally signifies the end of the movie as a rule. Traditionally, the method is to use a very pointy stake and a very big mallet. Of course, in an emergency, a croquet set will do. Barely. If you find yourself weaponless, you can always use sunlight. If you can keep him up all night, that is. And no, a tanning salon will not have the same effect. Vampires don't tan. Well, George Hamilton maybe, but the rest freckle. Children of the night, how do you know when you've missed all those other warning signs? Well, you insist on moving the good furniture into the crypt. You find it hard to sleep with the lid up, and splatter flicks give you the munchies. Do we have any of those little sausages left? Oh, that'll do, thanks. We'll be back. Well, students, that concludes tonight's little study in Scarlet. Thank you all very much for coming. And in that vein, be sure to be here next week when the clock tolls 12. The sausages.